Lucky for you, I cannot. Okay. Alright, Spitefire, you're free to go.
I'm not free to do anything.
Why not?
Because... if you put your mouse up to the top, it distorts the screen to display the options. It's amazing.
You're gonna give somebody a seizure one day doing that kind of stuff. You know that, right?
That's a good thing.
Is it? Is it a good thing?
It is. Why would they ever give me that much power?
Why would anyone give you anything?
Those are nice clouds. I wish we could get clouds where I live. It isn't even cloudy outside right now, it's just wind and dust.
Are we gonna get commentary? Are you gonna read it for us?
I'm on the fence about that one.
Why? You did it for Lucy, come on.
This entire thing is a meme and you know it!
Yeah, but you were really good at the Lucy one. You did really good.
Definitely not.
Up until the point you had to say were. And in that case I wanted to kill
Were!
I wanted to kill you back when you did that. I want to kill you now.
You cannot deny the whirring action.
How about this? You read it, and I'll buy you a game of your choice.
That's a dangerous proposition, which I immediately accept.
Alright, well then go. Go, slave.
Phew! This should be most of the boxes, then. I wiped the sweat off my forehead with my arm. Hard-working man, establishing what appears to be his own business. As the moving truck disappeared from view, also moving. Although it was early April, and only the beginning of spring. Today's weather was quite nice. It was even a bit hot. Ooh, I hate the heat, I feel you there.
You can relate.
Well, it's a good day for a new start. I turned my head to look at the empty bakery, which didn't even have any signage yet.
No, it has a sign up above it.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, are we ignoring the thing that was up there? Okay. A bakery, huh? You know what one of my favorite foods is? Bread. You know what's part of the holy trinity of food? Bread. This man already has respect for me. The brand new exterior wall had a western look with a predominantly white and brown motif. Ditch the brown. There was also a large window, which lets lots of sunlight in. I also have mixed feelings about the sun. And finally, there were the words that displayed the name of the bakery. La Soleil. Lel? I have no idea how to say that.
I feel like you said it right the first time and then immediately went into a downward spiral.
No, probably. I have no idea how to pronounce that.
La Soleil, Leo.
Instead of the proper French article, le, it was la soleil, meaning the sun.
So you hate this bakery.
Yeah, exactly.
You hate this bakery with a fiery passion now.
This was a nod towards the name of the shop of someone I admired. Cashew! We just gonna ignore the casual fact that this guy's a nut?
That's what he said when he made all that money. I made so much a cashew.
That's racist.
It is, absolutely, 100%.
Now that I'm on my own, I'll have to do my best. I softly murmured to myself in a rather loud voice. From here on out, no one would tell me what to do, except for my corporate overlords.
You don't have a corporate overlord yet.
That's right, I am my own corporate overlord.
Yeah, you will become someone's corporate overlord if you do well.
I was going to start completely anew, despite the stature of my family's name and everything that had happened up until now. I alone would decide my path and take responsibility for what I do. In exchange for that freedom, I can't blame anyone else for what happens. That's fair.
I get the feeling this is all going to be nothing but blaming.
I like free enterprise. Still. Although, I was a bit worried. The thought of what lay ahead made me break into a smile. Alright! In any case, I better get all these things cleaned up. I took a deep breath and got my spirits back up. I stepped into the new-smelling bakery. I don't know?
I got my spirits back up. It's like, you've been very bubbly this whole time. At what point were your spirits down?
I was secretly depressed. Oh shoot, we went full screen. The light! Am I dying?
Go towards the light, Spitefire. Do it.
I went towards the light and I'm just inside. What's with this big box? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Not just one big box, two big boxes. In front of me...
You recognize one of the boxes, you just don't know the other one.
No. In front of me was a large box I didn't recognize. In fact, there were two of them! Wow,
you're right.
Very astute. Great observation. Fragile, delicate. Absolutely this side up. If thrown, your company will be in trouble. What? The warnings were going overboard. They were getting annoying.
Can you guess which ones mean what?
I have no idea. Did you pick up on the fact that it's casually zooming in slowly?
I did. Thank you for noticing.
Even if these are baking supplies, I don't remember buying anything quite like this. First off, they were boxes that looked like they came from my house. If these were for the bakery, there's no way I wouldn't remember buying them. There were no tags from the moving company either. What are all these then? Oh, right, that's right, these are the warning labels. Although... herp derp. All there was were those warning labels. Well, I'll know for sure once I open the... Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. The box sneezed!
Gesundheit.
Hold on a second. There we go.
Is there voice
better.
acting in this?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, great.
What did you think you bought? Huh?
I don't know what I bought you.
The box is not happy. Kill me now!
Oh no. Hit the speaker thing again. Oh, that's
Kill
awesome.
me, please.
That's
Kill me, please.
No, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Don't diss. It's gonna go away and the game's gonna be like, shut it.
Dot dot dot. This box is rather unhappy. Oh no. Oh, it's just a cat, huh? Just a troublesome cat, jeez. Oh yeah, that's totally casually what you say.
I wonder if
I feel like
you can still hear them.
That wasn't the brightest decision in the world. Oh my, the box just keeps talking. Like that would fool me! What are you doing, Chocola? Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, it starts. It's beginning. It's beginning. Oh no.
It's gonna come.
Oh no! Oh no!
人様。
So it begins.
It begins the start of your demise.
We just saw each other at home yesterday, you know.
まあ、それはそうなんですけど。
That's a guilty voice if I've ever heard one.
あ、それよりちょっと聞いてください。引っ越し業者の人たちひどいんですよ。
Is that why there's so many warning labels?
Ah, that explains that if you throw it, your company will be in trouble.
ショコラのこと運ぶときにですね。
That's what they do with boxes.
この段ボール重いから気をつけろよ。
This box is heavy!
What does that mean?
Get
I didn't know
wrecked.
there's a person
思わ
in
ず
it.
ふしゃーって泣きそうになっちゃいました。ふしゃーって。一生懸命に我慢しましたけど、ショコラはプンプンですよ。プンプン。
I haven't the slightest idea how to respond to any of that.
You're not reading it as you were supposed to. That is the agreement.
Well, compared
Think you
to
can get out of
the
this.
rest of my things, you are heavy! Get wrecked. She ignored what I said. Chocola puffed out her cheeks. You could say that she was always happy-go-lucky. Or rather, she preoccupied herself with only what was in front of her. Well, I guess that was how you'd describe Chocola. While I was getting ready to move, I did wonder why I didn't see you.
Uh-oh.
The other box is speaking. The box is talking to me. It speaks. Hey. Oh no. Oh no!
Oh, another one.
Look at that, we have chocolate and vanilla.
引っ越し業者のトラックの中がホコリっぽくて、鼻がムズムズつらかった。
Oh, so she's the emotionless one.
Inside of the moving truck was dusty, huh? Why is Vanilla here too? Vanilla. Why is Vanilla here too?
ショコラがいるところ、それは私がいるところだから。
Oh, how good to know.
Spitefire, you're also
猫は
missing
狭い
one
とこ
key
ろは
feature.
嫌いじゃない。
You're missing something here.
Explain.
They are cat people and they are in boxes.
Yes,
Cats love boxes.
they do.
And the game is, I guess, cashing in on that. It is quite humorous.
Uh-huh.
あと私もこっちの段ボールに
Get wrecked.
Raid.
気をつけろよーとか言われた。
They're reading for me. Get wrecked.
Yeah, but that's not, you know that's not what I meant when I said you had to read it.
That is exactly what you meant.
You cannot read just for your character. You have to read for all of it. You did it for Lucy.
No,
there was
I
voice
refuse.
acting.
There was no voice acting in there.
Yes, there was!
There was not. There was none.
Dude, I have it on recording.
I refuse to believe this. These are lies. Propaganda. Propaganda. Edited in afterwards. This is a mistake of colossal proportions, I can imagine. Its eyes! Its eyes lit up! Oh shoot, there's voice acting!
I could do that. Like I could do that. I know it's not that good.
Edited in
Oh,
afterwards.
no. What did I do? Pay a company to sit there and do it? No.
Yes, yes, you did. You did. You can't lie to me. Again, huh?
I am telling the truth.
In any case, Chocola, Vanilla, get out of there! I was at my wit's end with the large boxes that had suddenly shown up. Anyhow, Chocola and Vanilla got out of their boxes. How great, how wonderful.
How much money do
Oh,
you think they
great.
spent on the postage?
I don't know. Why is no one picking up the phone? What is Shigure doing? I think? I hung up after trying to call my little sister! There was no way that chocolate and vanilla could have gotten mixed in with the rest of the boxes in the first place. On the outside, Catgirls, I can't even believe I've said that word, look almost like humans. They can understand words just like, and can talk just like us. For more than humans, Catgirls were closer to normal cats. After all, Catgirls had ears and tails, just like cats do! Whoa! How incredible! Elon Musk! Great job with the scientific inventions! They were genetically modified humanoid cats that were commonly referred to as Catgirls. I can see the ethics committees frothing at the mouth now.
Cat girl and dog boy. That's all I'm gonna say to that.
No. These days, Catgirls fit into society. As pets in families or partners to what does that mean? Partners to humans? I don't know what that means.
Nekopara.
What's the
Put
difference?
2 and 2 together.
My little sister really loves to dote on cat. Okay, I see. I understand now. I get it. I see where this is coming from. It's not my choice, it's hers. So our family has 6! Somebody send this man a check in the mail, including chocolate and vanilla. In any case, they couldn't have mailed themselves all on their own. Mailing living things through the post would be impossible, for one thing. There's no way my parents would have helped with this either. Thus, I could only guess that this was somehow Shigure's doing. Sneaky and conniving, I see. I see. So Shigure was an accomplice then. You better believe there's gonna be some chewing out later. Oh, good lord. Oh! Oh, the cat puns. The cat puns. Ugh.
思ってたより広い。ご主人の解消バッチリ。
What do you mean? What do you mean by abilities? I don't understand. Is that a compliment or an insult?
バニラ、あっちの部屋行ってみよう。探検。位置的におそらく寝室。きっとご主人の新しいベッドがあるはず。
My cat does this all the time. It loves running around and stuff.
いやー、それは聞き逃せないね。もふもふしに行こう。もふもふ。
They're gonna ruin the bed!
もふもふ了解。私もそれはいいと思う。
They're going to destroy this perfectly made bed.
そうと決まれば、レッツゴー。
I like the English let's go. Don't get out of control and don't hurt yourselves!
はーい。
I feel like that could possibly not happen. Without any ill intentions, the 2 Catgirls were off and running. Well, the bakery did have living quarters on the 2nd floor, so I wasn't worried about them causing a ruckus around here. Of course, they aren't young Catgirls anymore either, so I shouldn't have to worry about them getting out of control too much. No, I'd worry a lot. Well, besides that, I looked up an address in my phone's address book. The, Minaduki residence. Yeah, we'll go with that. Well, I already left Shigure a message, so she should call me back later. Wait, is this implying that, I don't know my own home address? That's cool. Without pressing the call button, I put my cell phone back in my pocket. I moved out without saying anything, so for her to call me back within the day seemed a bit stupid. Well, it wasn't really an issue I needed to bring up right this moment. I should hear from Shigure soon anyhow. Close! Too close! Too close! Too close! Personal space! Personal space destroyed! Back up.
新しいお布団すごくふかふか合格点
Well, of course, I would prefer to be comfortable. What kind of heathen do you take me for?
Cat's judging beds, giving it a passing score. You know it's a good bed.
Excuse me, my bed is a passing score too. Good work, you two! That's not really good work.
No, that's what I'm saying. If a cat says your bed gets a passing score, then you know it's a good bed. If they say no, then you don't get the bed.
My cat likes my bed way too much. Gosh, both of you have major bedhead. Sheesh.
ご主人様のなでなで大好き
I ain't sure about this one, Chief.
です
I ain't sure about this one.
苦しゅうないもっと
I ain't sure about this one, Chief. I tidied up their hair with a comb. Okay, comb. I can't, it's like, if you could see my hair, it's impossible for me to get bedhead because it's so short. Like, I'd have to really try.
Essentially, you'd have to let it grow for a couple months and whatnot.
Yeah. Their soft hair felt nice as always, and that's totally not a creepy statement. I lightly bonked them both on their head while they had their eyes closed. Heck yeah! Now then, why were the two of you hiding among my moving box?
ご主人様が連れてってくれないって言うから仕方なく
Oof!
ショコラが行くって言うからノリで
Well, based off of previous statements that you've said, that makes sense. You had no choice. Just tagged along. You two. Well, I figured that had to be the reason, but... Anyhow, I recomposed myself and looked at the two of them again. Listen up, okay? How many times have I told you to? This isn't a vacation or a picnic. I moved out because I have no intention of going back there. If you were at home, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. Shigure and the other Catgirls are there too. It would be better if you two just... Interruption. Oh. Uh.
違うんですこれはその
Get wrecked.
お腹が反抗期なだけなんですだから違うんです本当に
Just admit you haven't eaten in 2 days.
朝早かったせいで朝ごはん食べ損なったから仕方ない
Ah, breakfast. The meal that I go without the most.
それにショコラはお腹の音も可愛い
While listening to those silly excuses, I glanced at the clock and saw that it was already past 1 o'clock. It's late. Now that I thought about it, I haven't eaten anything since this morning either. Lunch! Well, why don't we have lunch first then? Yes, I like this idea.
An amazing idea.
はーいご飯ご主人様大好き
You know that phrase that the way to a man's heart is his stomach?
Yes.
Yeah,
Apparently it's for Catgirls too, huh?
that principle in play.
さすがご主人は話がわかるかたじけない
The thing is, though, I remember in Lucy, you loved it whenever they called you Master. Here, not so much.
Begone, thought. These two were as easygoing as always. Oh, black screen. Fade to black. We're dead. Fade to white! I'm getting fired up. Meow!
What?
Oh, the cat puns.
お買い物
Somebody likes shopping, unlike me.
ご主人様とお買い物にゃー
Aha.
最近はご主人が全然お買い物連れて行ってくれなかったから
Okay.
Well, that's because I was buying all the cooking supplies in secret.
ショコラのテンションが青天井にゃーバニラだって実はウキウキしてるくせに
There's some movement happening.
ほーらほっぺふにふにしちゃうぞ
What is happening?
ダメ。
Just keep on walking. You'll bother those around us, so try not to get too carried away, you two. Since the refrigerator was empty, we headed to the nearby shopping district to buy groceries. Moving into a new house, refrigerator empty. Sounds about right. Gotta do that grocery shopping.
This is heresy. I would never do that. I would have it full of fast food to reheat.
From brand name clothing stores to I do not order delivery. There was an array of stores.
Domino's, thank you very much.
There's even a drugstore. No! DiGiorno's! There was even a drugstore with daily necessities amongst them. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno's!
Except mine is absolutely delivery.
Except for that mine is absolutely better.
I mean, quality-wise, you are currently playing this game, so your taste in quality is not that great.
And who bought it, I wonder. If you come here, we have just about everything. That was how the real estate agent had recommended this place to me. That's a lie. Wait, don't you two go shopping with Shigure often?
もう、しぐれちゃんとご主人様じゃ全然違うんです。
How is it different? How is it any different?
はあ、ご主人はほんと、ご主人たる自覚がなくて困る。
Excuse me? What? Excuse me?
You're vanilla. You can't have pity from someone else.
Hey, first of all, Shigure is your master, not me.
しぐれちゃんもご主人様だけど、しぐれちゃんはしぐれちゃんなんです。
I'm hearing a logical disconnect here.
だからご主人様はご主人様なんです。
That makes no sense!
Actually, it does. You don't pick your pet. The pet picks the owner.
That's not... No, I pick the pet.
理屈になってないけど、熱意は伝わる。さすがはショコラ。パチパチパチ。
Is that how... Excuse me? Is that how you clap? What?
What was that?
Never mind then.
Hedge? Or what? Hatch? What was that?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. There you go. I parted from the two of them. I decided to hurry on ahead, as anybody, I think would. I feel like I'm gonna get my ears blown out.
ご主人様、
Oh!
シャンプーはこれがいいってしぐれちゃんが言ってましたよ。
Why would you?
Yeah, I'd say that's good audio balancing.
これ、毛並みがサラサラになるし、すごく甘くていい匂いがする。
We're painting pictures of Shigure here. But that's stuff for you two to use, not me. I don't need it, so put it down and come over here. Oof! Get wrecked!
ご主人様、ひどい。
Oh, I love it!
Unexpected gong is surprising.
Oh, this guy has got his priorities slightly straight.
ひどいぶった切りようです。
Oh, I'm sorry, are you equating words with actual violence?
よしよし、ショコラ泣かないの。ご主人はひどい人だね。
I'm sorry? What did I do to deserve this? You just say that and then toss that in the basket all nonchalantly?
ガードが硬い。
I had to be on guard or they would sneak something in when I wasn't paying attention. They even tried to grab another basket for themselves at the supermarket earlier. Sneaky. It was apparent to me how dreadful an idea it was when they decided to come along. Yeah, I could have told you that from the start.
ごめんなさい、ご主人さん。
Spitefire.
Oh, I know, I killed it. I killed the sound. I killed it.
How did you kill the sound?
I don't know how okay, here's what's gonna happen here. We're gonna quick save. Just nope, that's not it. That's there we go.
Sound.
Yep. No, I know. Yep. I killed it.
The sound was so distraughted, it was just like, done.
I know, I killed it. I don't know how I killed it, but I killed it.
Very, very good of you.
それゆかい。
Look at that, it's that easy.
This is the main menu again.
think that's it?
Click to enter a comment.
Why would I do... Why?
This
What?
ain't it, Chief.
What is that comment? No, that ain't it.
That's exactly what you would type, though. I know it. It's one of the quotes you say the most.
This ain't it, Chief.
Yeah, with a capital H as well.
お買い
Capital
物。ご
H.
主人様とお買い
Oh, we've gone back in time. Wait a minute. We've gone back in time.
That quick save saved you nothing.
Boop. Nope, I saved everything.
物。ごめんなさい、ご主人様。
There we go.
How about that?
久しぶりのご主人様とのお買い物でテンション上がっちゃって。
Excited or exploitive?
猫は素直だから仕方ないね。
So honest, you're honest about exploiting.
ご主人も素直になればいいのに。さ、
Slip? What? I'm sorry, what are you implying about my character?
No, I
It has nothing to do with being honest. I'm telling you, don't just put the shampoo in the basket like that, put it back.
交渉です。お願いします、ご主人様。何卒ショコラたちのシャンプーを買ってください。
No.
You're
シャンプ
rich.
ーもない家に帰るのは悲しい。猫的に油紙は気持ち悪い。
Ah, the guilt! Stop this!
あの猫ちゃんたち、シャンプー
Really?
もらえないのかしら。かわいそうに。
Really?
猫虐待で通報した方がいいんじゃない？
Oh my good lord! Don't put on some act to confuse the customers around us! Seriously! We'd only just moved here. But suddenly, we already had disapproving glares directed at us. I feel sorry for this guy. The community already hates him.
ご主人様とのお出かけは楽しいです。
Oh yes, you destroy my reputation.
In one day.
思わずニャンニャン言いたくなっちゃいますね。ニャンニャン。
Uh-oh.
One shopping trip is all it takes.
私たちのものは何も買ってくれなかったけど。ご主人。
Oh, that is how it is. I always called it a cheapskate. Okay. It's a cheapskate. Okay.
Excuse you?
I...
I'm not a cheapskate. Besides, I nearly got reported! After that, it was the same sort of exchange at the supermarket. The whole thing was so awkward that I don't think I can visit that shopping district for a while. Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, I guess you could say that was the cute side of Catgirls? Nope, I don't believe it one bit. What?
あっちからすごくいい匂いがする。
I ain't sure about that.
本当だ。すごく香ばしくていい匂いがします、ご主人様。
Do they have an enhanced sense of smell? That's dangerous.
Like cats, yes.
It definitely does. What is this smell? No, wait, it is something that's actually... Okay. I turn towards the source of it. What is it?
Food.
What is it? What is that?
いらっしゃいませ。
Okay.
Oh, it is
出
food.
来たてのたこ焼きいかがですか？
Okay.
熱々で鰹節たっぷりのたこ焼きいかがですか？
Why do I have a feeling that's just... I have a feeling that's one of the voice actors we've heard already, but they're just manipulating their voice to sound different.
Probably. I don't know.
あ、猫のたこ焼き屋さんだ。珍しいですね、ご主人様。
Is that rare? I don't know. You tell me.
本当だ。小さい子猫ちゃん、かわいい。
Uh-huh. It was a cat girl younger than Chocola and Vanilla. She waved her tiny hands as she politely drew customers in. In human terms, she looked like she was about 12 or 13 years old. Ooh, gotta be careful, we could go to jail here. In cat years, she was about 6 months old.
Really getting in trouble here.
The young cat girl noticed us and ran over. Oh shoot, it's coming towards us!
猫のお姉ちゃんだ。私と一緒だね。にゃんにゃん。
I ain't sure about this one, Chief! I can hear the FBI already!
Open
一緒
up.
だねにゃんにゃん。喉ゴロゴロしてあげちゃう。
Oh, I bet it's Chocola's voice actor.
子猫は無邪気で超可愛い。半端ない。
I ain't sure about this one, Chief.
してあげちゃう。
I'm just gonna keep my hands to myself in a 6-foot distance between us at all times.
Is that how far you have to be so that way you don't get arrested by the FBI? No, he is 6
Yeah, exactly.
3 inches away. He can't be possibly related. Or with them.
すみません、うちの猫が。
Okay.
あの猫ちゃんたちの飼い主さん？
Perhaps? The owner of the food stand greeted us. Yes, I am, unfortunately. Well, to be more exact, my little sister is their owner. Yeah, exactly, pawn off the ownership.
すごく可愛くてお利口な猫ちゃんたちだね。
Maybe, I don't know.
愛想もいいし、言葉もしっかりしてるし。
Are they? Oh, really?
When they sat there said you were rude and hit them.
うちのはまだ7ヶ月なんだけどね。
Oh, 7. So it's like close. It was close. The guy was given an estimate.
もうちょっとしたら、あんな風にちゃんとしてくれるのかな。
Maybe.
Maybe.
The food stand owner had a wry smile on her face like she was talking about a mischievous child of hers. At a glance, it was understandable that seeing a young cat girl made it easy to overlook these things. Mine were originally strays, so I don't actually know how old they are. Oh! Oh! The veterinarian said that they were twins and were now about 9 months old. Really? My little sister is actually quite the education freak. I ain't sure about that one either, Chief. She sounds like she's a little mischievous. Back then, they were really noisy. But it was all not worth it.
しぐれちゃんがちゃんとお勉強教えてくれたんです。
I ain't sure about that.
いい子になれるようにって。
I see the sister as the source of mischief. I see the sister as the source of all of my pain and trouble.
Technically, you have 4 more at home.
でもおかげさまでいろいろと覚えた。
And she doesn't
If
buy
I'm
you
lucky.
shampoo.
If I'm lucky, we'll never meet.
そうなんだ。いいご主人様なのね。
あ、でもご主人様はご主人様なんです。し
What do you mean?
ぐれちゃんはしぐれちゃんですから。ね、ご主人様。
Logical disconnect!
通訳すると、しぐれは大事な友達。ご主人
What?
って呼ぶのは、こっちのご主人だけってことで。
I disown you.
愛されてるんだね、ご主人様は。
I wish
Help
it was
me.
English voice acting.
Well, I am grateful. She lightly nudged me with her elbow. Abuse! I responded with an embarrassed and forced smile. Doing this kind of stuff in public sure was embarrassing.
子猫ちゃん、ちょっと上向いてごらん。上
What?
こう
What?
きやり。
Oh!
ゴロ
A surprise attack!
ゴロゴロゴロ。
The three of them were getting along very
You
well.
might have a third cat girl.
Food stand owner looked fondly at them from nearby.
うちの子ももともと野良だったんだよね。
Oh, everybody's adopting strays these days, huh?
今日みたいにたこ焼き売ってたらお腹空かせて寄ってきてさ。
I
その
see.
まま拾って今じゃ自分の娘みたいなもんになってさ。
In the
I
territory.
see.
店まで手伝ってくれるようになってね。
I see.
人型猫が流行したこともあったけど、
Oh, I could imagine with the ethics committees getting all furious and whatnot.
普通の猫の何倍も飼うのが大変だからね。
Why? Why is that? Why? Oh, no, it's probably because they're more like people. No, it's because they're more like people and people are extremely hard to take care of.
We raise babies all the time.
Her words seemed to... speak for yourself. Her words seemed tinged with blame and worry. She grumbled, letting out a sigh. Not that long ago, it wasn't rare to see a stray humanoid cats just wandering throughout town, really. But now, it was more likely for one to see humanoid cats that were well loved by their owners. Since the amount of unfortunate humanoid cats had decreased, there was more of a balance, and owners were quite elated.
ほんと責任感のない連中ばっかりで嫌気もさすけど、
This is so
でも
awkward.
そいつらのおかげで可愛い娘に会えたのかなって思うとなんとも言えないけどね。
I ain't sure about this one, Chief. It was a bright and honest laugh. I nodded in agreement. That is true. This must be like how pets find their way back to their owners? I ain't sure about that, Chief. I smiled at such an uncharacteristic thought from me.
あ、そうだった。
What?
お姉ちゃんたち、たこ焼きはいかがですか？
Oh, that's right, you have to sell us stuff.
熱々で大きいタコが入ってて、
No thanks!
すごく美味しいですよ。
I eat nothing out of the ocean, no thank you.
すごく美味しいたこ焼き。
You're like, I guess in Japan, so yes, you do.
でも、
No, I don't. Why do you think I'm opening a bakery?
ご主人が作ってくれるから。ごめん。
Oh shoot, that's right, I know how to cook. Chocolate and Vanilla's shoulders drooped downheartedly. Well, get over it. As they hung their heads, I rubbed them from behind! Attack!
Phrasing.
I took a look at the little takoyaki seller. Okay, 3 orders of takoyaki. Can you do that for me?
たこ焼き3つ？
Whoa, look at the ears perk up instantaneously. Her large eyes blinked as she tilted her head in confusion. Yeah, for me, chocolate and vanilla. Could you do that for me?
たこ焼き3つですね。
Right. Oh, there she
お
goes.
じいさま、オーダーです。たこ焼き3つ。ご主人。
Whoa. It's gonna take time to get home and make food after all. Besides, I want to try the takoyaki here too.
そこらも、もうお腹が切なくグーグー泣いてました。すごく嬉しいです。ご主人かっこいい。
You're so
Oh,
cool.
turns from love to hatred real quick, doesn't it?
しぐれがいつもツンデレ実刑はいいものに
What?
するだけのことある。
Excuse me? I take offense to that!
Oh, wow.
Wait, what does that mean?
はいはい。じゃあこっちにあるメニュー好きなトッピングと味選んでね。
You can choose the topping and the flavor?
うちの猫が遊んでもらった分サービスさせてもらっちゃうよ。
Yeah, baby! Free food!
はい、ありがとうございます。ショコラはマヨネーズかかってるのが好きです。
You've had before?
ありがたくいただきます。ペコリ。私は明太子チーズがいい。
Ooh, fish, no. My question was completely ignored. But I guess I shouldn't let it bother me, huh? I wondered about that as I looked at Chocola and Vanilla, happily awaiting their takoyaki in front of the food stand. Oh, black. And then white.
ネコパラ。
Huh.
Are these like postcards? Like moments
I don't
in
know.
the game?
I swear, if you could send those as a postcard, if you could actually do that, I would. Yeah, postcard. I still can't get a hold of her. She's avoiding you. Because she knows she's guilty. Were the guests over today? When I checked the clock, it was past 10 o'clock already. Since then, I tried calling Shigure several times, but couldn't get through to her. And just like that, it had already gotten this late. I've never gone this long without hearing from Shigure, because she's guilty. I really didn't understand my family's schedule at all.
ご主人様、ご主
Oh
人
no.
You're
様。
stuck with Catgirls.
Oh no.
久しぶりに一緒にお風呂入り
No! Whoa! Hold it right there! Stop in the name of the law! No. No.
私たちの発育が良くなった
Stop.
から
Stop!
お風呂入れてくれなくなった。ご主人のエロ。
What did I do to deserve this?
How are you? Okay.
You haven't even grown that much! What are you talking about?
にゃにゃにゃ、にゃんですか？
Ooh, we hit a nerve, did we?
ショコラとバニラはもう立派なレディー猫だってしぐれちゃんが言ってましたし。
You lied to!
その発言がセクハラ。 猫の尊厳を踏みにじってる。
Is this SJW?
それにショコラは今くらいがアイデンティティ。
What? Vanilla, you're the one changing the subject! In any case, don't worry about the bath. You two need to get ready to get home.
帰る支度？
What does that look?
ショコラの家はご主人様のお家ですけども。
Don't make me laugh!
ショコラの隣が私の居場所だし。
You're going home whether you like it or not.
ご主人かっこいい。
After she
なん
just
か
called you?
妙に男前。
Flattery will get you nowhere! Stop feigning ignorance, you two. Cut that out. The two of them looked my way, about to distract me again. Since Shigure isn't picking up, I will take you two home. So go get ready to leave. Chocola and Vanilla turned away from me and cast their gazes downwards. Returning home on the same day I had moved out seemed to be such a stupid idea that I did hesitate a bit. There was no other way, nor was there time for excuses. Yes, you must go now. I looked towards Chocola and Vanilla as they hung their heads in silence and continued on. Listen up, you two. I'm going to open my bakery. I've got no one to rely on, so I don't know how things will turn out. With all that's going on, I don't know if I can take care of you two. Get it? I mean, it's already going to be difficult enough just looking after my soul. It was a quiet voice I could barely hear. Chocola said something with her head down. What did you say?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I came closer and asked her to repeat herself. Oh, jeez! You seem adamant on that. Oh no. What? Oh wait, hey Chocola! Did she run away? She ran away!
私もダットのごとく、いや、脱猫のごとく離脱。
Withdraw with the speed of a cat girl.
Withdraw with the speed of a cat girl. Oh, wait! Stop! Vanilla, why are you running away too?
ほらほら、ご主人様、こっちですよ。
Oh, is this becoming a game of tag?
こらはこちらにございます。
You're taunting me, that's a bad idea. It's dangerous, so stop running around! If you fall, you'll get hurt!
猫にそんな心配はご不要。人型でも猫は猫。さささ。
Oh my gosh. Maybe in Chocola's case, aren't you bad with physical activity? Come on! I've got you now, Chocola!
ご主人様のエッチ。
How could I have guessed? How could I have guessed that this was coming?
ご主人、ショコラの胸も。
Oh my good lord!
静かみ。
I am not! It's because you two are running around!
好きありです。
Hey, stop it! You're still gonna run? Yeah, what is that supposed to be? I don't get it. I've got you, Vanilla!
ちょこちょこちょこちょ。
I'm sorry, say that again?
ちょこちょこちょこちょこちょ。
Oh no!
What? Chocola! Stop! Really, stop! I don't even know how to Chocola? Nice assist. Like I said, stop running! The two of them didn't listen to a word I said as they continued to mess with me. And that was how the first night went.
You can't even open up your bakery.
For now, I will let you stay, but only for tonight! I don't have guest beds or futons, okay, so you're sleeping on the floor. With all that was happening, 11 o'clock became midnight. And even if I took them home, everyone was sure to be asleep by now. Just wake them all up. The one glimmer of hope I had, that Shigure would call me back, didn't happen. So I decided that taking them home tomorrow was my first priority. No! Stop!
私も ご主人のベッドで我慢する。
You will not! Cleverly, they had even brought pajamas, like it had been planned. Just how much planning went into their schemes anyway? Really? If you two sleep there, where will I?
一緒に寝てくれないんですか？この期に及んで。
What did you think was gonna happen?
人の男子なのにお行儀が悪い。順番はご主人、ショコラ、私でいい。
What?
にゃー、ご主人様とバニラに囲まれて幸せにゃー。
I ain't sure about this one, Chief. Don't get ahead of yourself, you two. A single bed for 3 people is too crowded. It's a single bed, dear lord.
じゃあ押しかけたのはショコラたちですし、ここでいいですよ。
Exactly, sleep on the floor.
猫らしく丸まって寝ますし。
Exactly.
贅沢は言わない私たち、超けなげ。猫の鏡。
And then you'll turn around and say to everybody else.
But they were demanding you buy them shampoo. Let's remember that.
And then you'll turn around and tell everybody that I'm abusing you. I watched the two of them lie
They
down
look like they
and
melted.
yeah. On the floor of an empty room without even curtains. That's way too pitiful of a sight to be called praiseworthy.
引っ越ししたばかりで段ボールたくさんありますよね。 作ったら高いって聞いたし、なんとかなる気がする。
I ain't sure about this. That's something only strange people would say. Where did these Catgirls get this information from, anyways? Well, they've probably read a lot of books and watched TV in Shigure's room. Ah! Chocola isn't good with kanji characters, so she only reads picture books, though. Get wrecked. Wait, isn't this a picture book? Oh, shoot. Whatever. You two go sleep in my bed. It still gets pretty cold at night in April, after all.
ならご主人様はどうするんですか？ショコラの隣？
In your dreams!
On the couch, more
What?
likely.
I'm gonna sleep on the sofa in the living room. The sofa can fit one person, and there's air conditioning in there if I need it.
ダメですよ。それならショコラがソファーで寝ますから。ご主人様はバニラと一緒にお布団で寝てください。
No!
私こそソファーのが落ち着く。ショコラとご主人でベッド使えばいい。
It's a
Why does
single
everything have to be a
mattress.
debate?
That means one.
They moved quickly towards me like lions catching their prey. I placed my hands on their heads and spoke in a clear and stern voice. Listen up. I will sleep on the sofa, and you two will sleep in my bed. Those are your master's orders. Understood?
ご主人様。ご主人。
I said it like that deliberately. The two of them looked as if they wanted to say something, but they hesitated. They lowered their heads apologetically.
ごめんなさい。ご主人様。ごめんなさい。ご主人。
They mustered out. They looked like they were on the verge of tears. Their obedience had the exact opposite of the effect I expected. It filled me with guilt. I felt a prickling sensation in my chest. That pain left me as I sighed and rubbed the two of them on the head. Come on, get going. I would not feel guilty about this. Ah, close! Too close! Too close!
Personal space, after all. It's valuable.
Good night. If anything happens, call me right away.
おやすみなさい。ご主人様。
I ain't sure about this one, Chief.
ご主人。
Go away. I gently rubbed the heads of the two dispirited Catgirls once more. See you in the morning. With that said, I turned the lights off in the room.
ご主人様。
It's dark.
本当にごめんなさい。迷惑
She's
を
lying, is
か
what
け
she's
てし
doing
まっ
now.
て。
Look at those eyes. Do you see any honesty in those eyes? Those are the eyes of a demon. Her vanishing voice echoed slightly in the darkened room. The pain in my heart from before became even sharper. I swallowed that pain and replied cheerfully. It's okay if it's just for one night. Don't worry about it.
主人様。
Now then, go to sleep. And we're out of there. I really shouldn't act on my emotions, huh? That's my motto, don't you know? I lay down on the sofa. I sighed while staring at the ceiling. If I gave in to my emotions, the result would just lead to more sadness. Oh shoot! Tragic backstory? If I used kind or hopeful words, they would all end up as lies. Oh shoot! We got some self-loathing here, boy. It's pretty uncool of me to be so passive like this. Well, I continued to pile on insults and make excuses for my actions. I closed my eyes and waited for sleep to take over. Self-loathing? Confirmed? If Chocola was only a blanket... Guess who's going home today?
その件に関しては、ショコラとバニラの意思を尊重したいと思います。
Yeah, right! What about my intentions?
ショコラとバニラがちゃんと納得したら迎えに行きますので。
Oh, they agree with it. Was what she told me when I was finally able to get in touch with her. Without any margin of negotiation space, I was struck down. But Shigure, even if you say that, I don't think Chocola and Vanilla will...
ところで兄様、この妹目に今朝の愛のささやきを。
What? What? I'm sorry? What? Don't make it sound like it's a daily ritual or something. In any case...
すみません。お父様から呼ばれましたので。
Lies!
愛してますわ、兄様。ではまた。
So your name.
What are these lies?
So your name is Nee.
No, lies. The name is Cashew, thank you, sir. Wait, Shigure!
Well, she's calling you Nee.
Cashew. Go ahead, type it into Google, seriously.
Okay, what is Nee then?
Type it into Google.
I don't type anything into Google.
Type it into Google, you pathetic jerk.
The only thing I think of when she says Nee-sama is I just think of the Nee from Monty Python and Holy Grail.
Type it into Google.
Nee.
Type it! Type it! You coward!
Dang right, I'm a coward. You wouldn't catch me playing this game. You're the only one dumb enough to do it.
Screw you too!
Our friendship
As-
hinges on insults.
As the ruthless electronic buzz of the dropped call echoed, I stared at my cell phone. Okay, just pack him in the truck and drive him there. And here I thought I could sort all of this out if I just talked to Shigure. Boy, were you wrong!
朝ごはん美味しいですね。
I'm sorry, you want to run that by me again?
朝ごはん美味しいですね。
Okay.
ご主人様のご飯はいつでも美味しいです。
Heck yeah, I'm a good cook!
ショコラ、ほっぺにケチャップついてる。芸術的に可愛い。舐めてあげちゃう。ペロペロ。
This ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. The Catgirls in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. The sandwiches incidentally contained tomato, cheese, and lettuce. With an over-easy fried egg tucked inside all of that, it was a simple meal. Breakfast was pretty much like this.
So no
You
meat.
two are...
No meat, cheese,
You two are...
bread.
Yeah, basically. You know, cats are carnivores, but they don't need meat. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like, didn't you say it was like part of the holy trio or whatever of meat, of like sandwiches?
It is.
Bread,
It
meat,
is.
cheese?
And he defiled this bread with other stuff. You two are definitely going home today, okay?
ご主人様はショコラたちといるの楽しくないですか？
No.
It's not a matter of whether or not it's fun.
ショコラは楽しいですよ。もうそれは今世紀最大級に。
Are you trying to make an argument as to why you should stay?
昨晩はご主人だって結構お楽しみだったくせに。
Looking forward to what? Might I ask? Stop with the deliberately misleading words. I sighed at their happy-go-lucky mindset. I took the opportunity to fill their empty glasses with milk. The eating habits of Catgirls were pretty much the same as those of humans, so that part was straightforward. Okay, thank you for the physiology lesson. Of course, what they liked and disliked depended on each individual Catgirl, just like people. In the end, I wasn't able to get everything put away yesterday. Today I really do have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening, too. That's why I don't have time to relax and play with you two. Be good girls and go home. I said that to them with a sandwich in my hand.
ここにショコラがいたら、ご主人様は迷惑ですか?
Yes. She put her sandwich down on her plate, and just like yesterday, she looked at me with upturned eyes. Yeah, it's a problem. I answered her clearly.
そうですか。
Oh my! Seriously?
そうですよね。
This is the third time in like 2 days. Her shoulders dropped more than before. The ears, which sat atop her head, drooped downheartedly too.
ショコラ。
Unable to make fun of anything, Vanilla could only look on with concern. ... The pain from last night pricked at my heart again. No, man, don't do it! I tilted the already cooled coffee cup. Don't do it! As my emotions dulled, unimpeded by my judgment.
それでも、
Too close! Too close!
それでも、ショコラは、ご主人様のところに、いたいです。
Ooh. Her usually always perky ears were drooping. Choco was speaking clearly under her own volition.
ショコラがいるなら、私もここにいる。
Like a pair, huh?
私もここにいたいと思う。
Vanilla's usually blank expression did not change. However, she showed me her strong determination. ... I don't remember Chocolate or Vanilla ever being this disobedient. That thought stayed at the back of my mind. If I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said this. That. Understood? What did he say? I don't get it. I didn't get to hear it. What? How dare they? That's mean. They didn't let us hear that.
ご注文ありがとうございます。ロイヤルウッドです。
A tableware seller, huh?
ご注文いただきましたティーセットの配達にお伺いしました。
You know, I gotta ask the question, is everybody in this game except for Cashew a woman? It really feels like that at this point.
ではこちら、お店の中に運んじゃいますね。
Yes, please do.
こちらの段ボールで全部ですね。
Thank you.
では間違いなければ、受領書にサインをいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
Yes, here you go. She smiled brightly and brought out the invoice. Okay, let's see. I looked over the sales invoice I received once more. Somehow this doesn't look like what I ordered.
本当ですか？それは品物が違うということでしょうか？
What? No, the stuff I ordered is in here too, but... I looked over at the pile of boxes inside the bakery. Inside of my tiny bakery was a mountain of boxes. A mountain! It was as if the inside of the bakery had become completely made of boxes. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery.
すみません。すぐに本社に確認しますので、少々お待ちいただいてもよろしいでしょ
Did
う
they
か？
oversell to us?
大変申し訳ございません。
Ha!
こちらのミスで別の注文書と混じってしまっていたようでして、
Wonderful.
水無月様の方もすぐにご入りようと思いますので、
Oh, cool.
もしよろしければご注文分の食器を受け取っていただければと思うのですが。
Accept this order? Huh? From all this? The mountain of cardboard boxes towered over everything. I was at a loss for words. Every box was of equal size. I wouldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they all contained expensive tea sets and tableware. And if I accepted it all, it would be a lot of work to deal with all the new items. There's still things that need doing in advance of my bakery's opening, so I don't mind accepting these. It's gonna take a while to deal with all of this.
もちろん私もお手伝いさせていただきますので、私も次の配達に行かないといけないですし。
Ha! Look, you don't need to put all this pressure on me. From the looks of it, it would take 2 hours or more. Oh, that's not that bad. To have it re-delivered would take double the effort, too. Hmm? What the heck is that?! Uh-huh. That's right! I have a lifeline!
にゃんですか?
What?
猫ちゃんたち本当に助かりました。ありがとうございます。本当にありがとうございます。
Are we gonna be using free labor?
では私はこれで失礼させていただきますね。
Isn't this illegal in some parts of the world? I'm exhausted. I glanced at the table where we had finished organizing, lowered myself into a chair, and relaxed my shoulders. What? What do you want?
冷たいお茶です。
Why do you have the maltiness so high? I just want to know.
That's default, sir.
Can you lower it? Don't quick look, please.
Thanks. Don't mind if I do. I downed the cold tea in one gulp.
Oh, I read that as I
Somehow or
drowned the
another.
tea in cold. Okay.
Somehow or another, the light meal tableware had arrived. Soon, I really had to get the bakery ready for its opening. I did say I needed any help I could find, and I really did need help this time. Hmm?
褒めて褒めて褒めて褒めて。
Well, now I'm not going to. I could sense the praise me aura coming from Chocola. She had a wide smile on her face, and was in a ready stance to receive my approval. Ready? What's a ready stance look like?
I guess like she's gonna get
Thanks.
hugged.
Thanks, I couldn't have done it without you two.
ご主人様に褒めてもらっちゃったよ、バニラ。ふっほー。
Really made the day, huh?
うんうん。柱の陰から見守ってた甲斐があったね。よしよし。ショコラ、ご主人様の役に立てましたね。
I feel like this is a ploy.
やっぱりご主人様一人じゃお仕事大変だと思うんです。ね、ね。
I will work alone!
うんうん。猫の手でも存分に役に立つ。私たちがいなかったら、まだ仕分け続行中だと思う。
Perhaps I would. What of it?
And that's fine.
Hey, you two are getting a bit close. Back off. Back off! They leaned forwards towards me for emphasis. Back! Begone, thought! It is true that without you two around, this would have been a real problem. But that's a different issue than the one from before. You two have to go back home. Besides, it's not like I could ask you two to work for me or anything, okay?
そうですか。ダメですか。
Oh, look at the guilt tripping.
Her shoulders drooped, along with her ears and tail. The enthusiasm she showed earlier had completely disappeared. She sighed deeply and looked disheartened.
掃除でもしてきます。せっかくですし。
What the heck, man?
Let me guess, Manella's gonna call you mean, huh?
She trudged up to the second floor, still dejected. ... Chocola isn't an idiot. I knew she was pushing herself to be bright and full of energy. But even so, this wasn't something I was going to easily change my mind about. It was all the more with how much she cared for me. This man is determined.
ご主人、 私たちがいたらそんなに迷惑？悪い子？
You're turning this into a different issue. She spoke quietly in her usual way. Vanilla tilted her head as she asked that question. You two aren't bad Catgirls, and that's why I can't have you stay here.
悪い子じゃないのにダメなの？
It's because you two are good Catgirls that I can't allow it. She blinked as she took in my words. It was almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. She stared directly at me, long and hard.
って難しい。猫にはそういうのはわからない。
Is that so?
You can
好き
understand
な
what
ら
it's
そ
like.
ばにいたい。少なくとも私はそう思うけど。
Uh-huh. Vanilla.
チョコラのところ行ってくる。
Yes, go do this. With those words, she went upstairs. The sound of her small footsteps slowly disappeared, and before long I couldn't hear them anymore. Humans are hard to understand, huh? Inside the bakery, now devoid of anyone but myself, I repeated those words she had just said to me. Now that I think about it, it's a pretty inconsistent way of thinking, isn't it? Cats do not understand that. Having heard that said aloud, I began to understand what it really meant. It must be pretty nice to live the simple life of a cat girl, huh? I pondered as I looked at the name of the bakery affixed to the window. With a bitter smile, I began to clean up the tea sets that had arrived earlier. They're going home, and that's that! Let's just say the cup... What? Whoa! What was that deep voice?
あれ？今日はあのたこ焼き屋がいない。
Is this the walk home? Just like yesterday, took a walk through the park in the evening. However, that food stand was nowhere to be found. It just so happened that no one was home on the day I decided to take the two Catgirls home. How convenient! I had also happened to leave the house key behind, so to make good use of the time, I went to do some shopping before Shigure got home.
あ、ごめんバ
What
ニラ。
are the odds of all of that happening at the same
ま
exact
た
time?
旅だっけ？
I know, what are the odds?
なんだっけ？また旅だっけ？
Catnip?
だいたいそんな感じ。
What about it? That isn't the right word at all. Chocolate, if you're tired, why don't we rest a bit?
はい、少しだけ。でも大丈夫ですから。心配かけてごめんなさい、ご主人様。
There's no need for you to apologize. She had a troubled smile on her face as she nodded. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That's why there was nothing I could really say to her. Well, there happens to be a bench over there, so why don't we rest a bit?
じゃあ私、何か飲み物買ってくる。
Yes. Ah, thanks. Something for everyone, okay?
了解。任された。
It better not be tea. It better be Diet Coke. I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bench to Chocola. Whoa! Look at that
You
sad
actually
face.
like Diet Coke? You're a creep.
Excuse me?
You're a
Diet
creep.
Coke is best Coke.
No.
Diet Coke is the best. Diet
Straight-
Coke is the greatest.
Straight Coke, okay? Straight Coca-Cola.
Straight Coke is disgusting.
No, it's the best. Where do you think your Diet Coke came from?
How do you think civilization progresses, huh? I can tell you we're better off now than we were cavemen.
Actually, no. Cavemen probably had it best. They didn't know much, didn't really care for much. They lived, they died.
That's a terrible argument. You're trying to say that being an unthinking person is better?
I mean, if you're not thinking, then you can't really think of all the bad stuff now, can you?
But you also can't get any of the good stuff, can you?
The good stuff is just whatever piques your interest from time to time.
No, there are
You
absolute
don't
good
set
things.
lifelong
Truth,
goals.
valor, honor, happiness, joy.
Are you gonna be like Zuko from Avatar: Last Airbender? You're just gonna talk about honor?
My honor!
Honor!
Constant sea breeze rustled the
I
trees
must
in the
capture
park.
7 more Catgirls to regain my honor.
No! All that could be heard throughout the empty park were the quiet sounds of nature. The screen is panning. I silently sat down next to the disheartened Chocola. Like the gently setting sun, time passed by slowly.
ショコラ
Which
入ります。
which Nekopara is this one? Is this 0?
No.
Which one is this?
1.
Then what the heck is 0 for?
I don't know. Why don't you ask the game developers?
I can't. I would.
You can. Her voice was so quiet that I wasn't really sure if I had heard her. Even so, she answered clearly. Without saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing Chocola's head.
たまにはご主人様に電話してもいいですか？
Sure? Yeah.
またご主人様のところに遊びに来てもいいですか？
Yeah.
ご主人様はショコラたちのことちゃんと毎
They
日
are
思い出
really
してく
trying
れ
to
ます
push
か？
the heavy stuff.
ショコラ離れててもご主人様って呼んでてもいいですか？
Is it really that... This is really that important to you, huh? Her voice trembled as she frantically wiped away her tears. She stifled her sobbing and her voice became strained. She looked pained as she did her best to hold back her emotions, biting her lips. I held back my irresponsible words that were on the brink of coming out with all my strength. Yeah, of course I will.
ご主人様
You act as though I'm dying! I'm just moving down the street!
To quote Gavin, who said to Ray, he's like, I'm not dying. I'm just not gonna be here anymore. It's like, I'm never gonna see you again.
I was frustrated at myself for saying nothing. I was empty. I could only offer condolences that could not be put into words. I rubbed Chocola's head as gently as I could.
やっぱりご主人様は優しいですね。
I'm not sure what to feel about this. I don't really think I'm kind at all.
ご主人様、前も同じこと言ってましたから。
I did? I did? When was this? Before? Chocola closed her eyes and smiled.
覚えてますか？ショコラとバニラをご主人様としぐれちゃんが連れて帰ってくれた時のこと。
Ah, of course I remember that. Oh shoot.
Flashback.
It was a cold day, half a year ago. Chocola and Vanilla were huddled together, crying by the side of the road. They were still so young, they couldn't even speak yet. It was that day that I embraced their small, cold bodies. How small are we talking? And took them home with me. There was no way I could simply forget that important day when our family grew. In the beginning, you two really couldn't get used to things at
あ
home.
の時は知らないお家で知らない人と猫ばっかりで怖くて。
Oh, the other ones were already there, huh? You two wouldn't eat at all, which really worried Shigure.
はい、とっても心配かけちゃいました。
I started to hear a tiny bit of laughter in her voice. We reminisced about...
ショコラとバニラが熱を出した時のことも覚えてますか？
Doesn't everybody get a fever? Occasionally? I definitely do remember that. Oh shoot. It was a few days after we brought Chocolate and Vanilla home. Oh, they're so tiny! At that point, they'd only occasionally drink some water. And as always, they didn't really touch their food. The combination of malnourishment and cold weather had really begun to weaken. They both developed high fevers and were in pain.
あの時は夜中で誰にも気づいてもらえなくて、とにかく苦しくて、辛くて、寂しくて、
Where's the anguish coming from?
声も出せなくて、手も足も全然動かなくて。助けて、誰か助けてって思いながら、ただただ泣いてたんです。そしたら、
It's alright. I'm with you too, so don't worry. Actually, that's Cashew.
ご主人様が大きくてあったかいってて撫でてくれたんですよね。
And that's
That's right,
why they are bonded with
it's,
you, is because you're the one that took care of them.
Oh jeez, I realize I made a mistake.
ずっとそばで大丈夫大丈夫って言い続けてくれて、
I see now my mistake.
ショコラとバニラのこと撫で続けてくれてました。朝になって病院に行くまでずっとそばにいてくれて、
Hospital or veterinarian?
不安で心細かったのが
Well, I guess for an animal, it would be their hospital.
I guess.
あの時も
Oh,
同
jeez.
じこと言ってました。俺は別に優しくなんかないって。でもショコラたちはご主人様が助けてくれなかったらここにいなかったです。
Perhaps.
その時ご主人様がそばにいてくれなかったら誰も信じられないままでした。
Perhaps.
主人様のおかげでご飯も食べれるようになりました。
Maybe.
しぐれちゃんともみんなとも仲良くなりました。
Maybe.
だからあの時からショコラのご主人様はご主人様になったんです。
The animal.
ショコラはそれからずっと優しいご主人様のことが大好きなんですよ。
I wished that her tear-filled eyes would not spill over. Those tears were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. She smiled all she could before me.
だからショコラはご主人様がいなくなっちゃうって聞いて、いても立ってもいられなくて、どうしても一緒に行きたくて、しぐれちゃんにお願いをしたんです。
I knew she was an accomplice. She said that with the faintest of smiles, one that seemed as if it would disappear at any moment. Those words were so gentle and warm. There was also an undeniable sadness and emptiness mixed in with them. Chocola. I was the one she was saying all this to. Even so, the only thing I could say back to her was her name.
お金のこととか難しいことはやっぱり猫にはわからないです。
Maybe?
でもやっぱりショコラはご主人様のそばにいたいんです。ご主人様が辛くて大変そうなのなんとなくわかります。
Is this a case of unstoppable force meets immovable object?
本当に
It
なん
is
とな
a
くですけど、
form of it, I guess.
お掃除でもお洗濯でもお料理でもショコラがお手伝いできることは何でもしますから。できなくても絶対にちゃんとできるようになりますから。
Someday.
だからもう一度だけお願いしちゃダメでしょうか。ショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。
Oof. Chocola voiced her feelings clearly once again, and barely kept her tears from overflowing. Chocola, if you could be with me, I don't know what that means. Saying that, is that the inner thoughts? I was engulfed by my inner thoughts, which were ready to overflow. She yearned for me so earnestly. For her to so innocently believe in me. There should be no reason for me to be against it. Oh shoot, he's not an immovable object. That day, Chocola and Vanilla became an important part of my family. As long as they were with me, the days would be bright
Not
and
an immovable
enjoyable.
object.
I was simply selfish for just leaving home like that. Psychological warfare! I didn't want to get my dear family wrapped up in my selfishness, or have them experience any unnecessary hardship because of me. You two are important to me, after all. Oh,
私たちは猫だから
when did you get here?
自分に素直なだけ。
They're also slightly glowing. I don't know if you can see that, but they're slightly glowing.
Oh, no, I can see the glow.
My inner conflict was disrupted by Vanilla. Vanilla had returned at some point, and she looked straight at me as she sat by Chocola's side.
私なら楽しいことならショコラと一緒がいい。
Oh, so only as long as it's fun.
たとえ辛いことでもショコラと一緒にいたいと思う。だって一緒にいれないことの方が寂しくて辛いから。
Vanilla.
本当に好きなら迷惑かけたって一緒にいたい。それでも一緒にいたいものだと思う。
You're employing psychological warfare, Cashew.
私たちが幸せかどうかなんていくらご主人でも決めつけるのは違うと思うよ。
What?
それに
This is making you ask
大
all
事
the
な
hard
人が
questions
大
right
変
now.
ならなおさらそばにいたい。
These are some serious ethical questions. Little did I know the Catgirls were the ethics committee.
何ができるかはわからないけど、でも辛い時にそばで励ますことくらいできるよ。
It was as if her gentle, warm, and soft smile had become the setting sun. It's psychological warfare, my man. These uncharacteristic words from Vanilla deeply penetrated and seeped into my heart.
だからきっとしぐれも私たちがご主人のところについていくのを許してくれた。
I'm not so trusting of that one either.
しぐれはご主人と一緒に行くことはできないから代わりにお願いって。 だからご主人が本当にショコラのことを思うなら。
There was not even the faintest bit of hesitation. They were such honest and absolutely straightforward words. Who am I to dictate Chocolate and Vanilla's happiness? Oh, I don't know, their own. Only those words continued to strongly resonate in my mind, which was otherwise empty.
たとえ何不自由のない暮らしでもご主人様がいないのは嫌なんです。いくら大変でもショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。だからお願いします。ご主人様のそばにいさせてください。ここがショコラがいたい場所なんです。
She was on the verge of tears. But Chocola's face lit up. They were nothing but absolutely pure, genuine words. Oh. The clouds. Humans really are at a loss for words when it comes to Catgirls. Saying no to their words was not something I could bring myself to do. He is not an immovable object.
ご主人様、それって。
It won't be like it was back at home. You can't just live here however you like. Got it?
はい、大丈夫です。
Oh boy.
ご主人様がいるだけでショコラは幸せですから。
Oh no.
やれやれ。ついに。
Oh no.
陥落。
Psychological warfare
いや
indeed.
いやよも好きのうち。だね。
The dreary moment seemed to be blown away by her dazzling smile. Despite all this talk about family, perhaps I was the one that didn't really believe in it. Thinking about all this from their perspective, it was very simple. Although I thought it was all still so immature. Perhaps Catgirls were more human than humans were when it came to honesty. From here on out, we need to do our best all together.
毎晩大トロじゃなくて大丈夫です。たまにでいいです。
Just occasionally?
お肉もA4でいい。
What?
松坂牛なら脂身最高。
Exploiting. Is that all you guys have been eating at home? Even if the road ahead of us is uncertain, I lovingly rubbed their heads, disheveling their hair. Ha! Get wrecked.
Now, is this just getting wrecked or the get wrecked headset?
Headsets.
Headsets only, okay.
Alright, why don't we head back to the shopping district then?
なんでですか？お買い物はもう終わったんですよね。
shampoo.
Let's go buy that shampoo you guys liked. Don't. Oh my good lord, really?
I knew it was gonna come back.
The shampoo returns.
おお、ご主人かっこいい。
Yeah, and then you'll turn around and say the exact opposite.
ついでに松坂牛も買おう。
Really dead set on that, aren't you? Well, today is a celebration, so why not?
やったー！お祝いパーティーですね。
Oh boy.
ご主人太っ腹。さすがは私たちのご
After
主
you called him
人。
a cheapskate and a pervert. Okay.
Just this once, okay? This was the beginning to a bright new life. And together, with the happy and high-spirited Chocolate Vanilla, we took the first steps towards it. You fool. I'm dead? Am I dead? I'm dead. I've got to be dead. Step into the light.
I don't know about you, but do you think we should probably wrap it up right there?
Whoa! What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh geez, I can't read it.
You might be
What
getting
does
to
it
the
say?
actual game.
You mean to say that was just the introduction? Oh!
Yep.
Who's that? Who is that? Who are these
Those are the other
people?
ones. Those are the other ones. Those are the other four.
No, no, I reject it. I refuse.
Wish we knew who their names were. We already know those
I haven't
two.
the slightest. I haven't the slightest.
We already know Vanilla and Chocolate.
I don't know about this, Chief. I ain't sure about this one. Who are these people? Who are these people? Would you care to explain who these people are?
It is. It's just in Japanese.
That person doesn't have ears. They have to be the sister. There was more!
This is quite entertaining, honestly.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I ain't sure about this one, Chief.
Too close.
I ain't sure about this one, Chief! I ain't sure about this one, Chief! I don't know about this! I don't know about this! The sketch detector! The sketch detector!
I honestly wish I knew what was going on. Don't know what's going on. Let's see. Right.
はーい、ご主人様、ご主人様。
Hey, Spitefire. Spitefire? You alive? Are you okay?
This ain't it, Chief.
Why don't we end it right there? How about that? Would that make you feel better?
This ain't it, Chief.
Would that make you feel better, Spitefire, if we just end it right there?
This ain't it.
Alright, I think we're gonna end it right there. you have a lot of this ain't it, Chief things gonna come up, so let's end it right there.